It's been one of those days. I was sick all morning, and I'm afraid I know the source. Um, yeah, I know the source. And I want to say straight out it was spiritual, and it was spiritual, but I'm not sure. There's not a lot of witchcraft going on. I'm serious. People hook onto channels, follow channels, and they do spells. It's a reality. I'm not naive about that, even on other social medias. But I don't want to go talk about that too much because they're listening. They do. Um, I just think it's foolish now to be unaware about what's happening over in Europe and specifically the Balkans area. This is where wars brew. This is where they are born so many times. Look at World War One and World War Two. You know, these areas were very much involved, and I think I did mention yesterday. I do. No, actually that was in a text to a friend. I do follow a woman who's been receiving messages for years, and they've come to pass. They really have, and so I pay attention. And she says war specifically. She says war will be sudden, and it will. Um, and then another message was Ukraine and Russia will be involved. And that specific message actually dates from the beginning of the 20th century. Imagine that, the Third World War. So I'm paying attention, and but she says that it will come suddenly. Well, most people are totally unaware, so sudden for them would not be quite as sudden for us, but it will be a shock for all of us. But I'm just doing this short video because I honestly think it would be absolutely foolish not to have a mindset. War is inevitable. Yeah, because man has refused to change. Man has refused to repent. War, I repeat, quote, is a punishment for sin. That's what it is, a direct punishment for sin. And if you see what the results of war, the atrocities, the last major war, huge world war, World War II, then you know it's true. It's a punishment for sin. If man had repented, I do believe that World War III could have been, um, may have never happened, is what I'm saying. But he hasn't. So I believe it's inevitable, and I believe it will be sudden, and I believe, especially with these attacks being as they are now, they coming at us so strong. We better be ready. Be ready. And the only way to be ready for something like that is to be perfectly, um, to have a perfect relationship with the Lord, meaning you know that you're going to make it if you get taken out of here, because you know He's forgiven you, and you know that you're with Him and you're walking with Him. You have to have that certainty, and He'll give it to you too. It's just a matter of trust, childlike trust. You know, He's not gonna He's not gonna throw you aside if like a little child, you put your hand in His and said, I trust you, Jesus. I trust you. But I felt it necessary to do a short video because I'm certainly not. I do most of my videos are not about these things, but I'm not oblivious to it. I'm intensely aware of it, more so ever than ever before. And like I said, because man refuses to repent, it will be sudden, and it will be somewhat sudden for us. But we've been preparing for a long time.